You don't have it on both. Good morning, everyone. We're back again.
And having
technical difficulties this morning.
How you guys
but that's
doing?
okay. How you guys are doing this morning? Come on in. Come on, join in and share with your friends. Share with your family. This is a live. If you see the other video, then you may need to delete that one.
I already did.
And so we thank you guys for coming in and celebrating with us. Let us know where you're from, and so that we can see you and shout out to you and celebrate you. Look, I still have my pom-pom.
Look, Granny Pumpkin.
Hey, Granny. Yeah, I have my pom-pom to celebrate you, Granny. Keep you out the rain today. Yeah, so we thank you guys. Hi, Ella. Good morning.
Ella, how are you?
Good morning. Let us know where you're from.
Yeah.
So you can shout out with us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel, you're up bright and chipper this morning.
Yeah, I'm good.
You will be going to get your transcript, but the rain is a little, Hey, Carleatha.
Hi, Miss Carleatha. How you doing? Good morning.
And so,
good morning.
we're getting Daniel ready for college, guys. You know, he's going to be getting that transcript today, but that weather is just,
The weather's just...
Okay, so we're gonna try another day. Did Westbrook? We tried to call Westbrook yesterday.
I don't know.
And they're not answering.
They're not answering the phone.
I don't know because it was rain. They said go home.
I guess probably what they say, have this week off because I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, we didn't want to make a blank trip out there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in yesterday's segment, we talked about Daniel shared a powerful story of, how it felt, not having his father in his life and how it affected our relationship. Hi,
Miss Beverly. Good morning.
Good morning. And so, and that was awesome. And for any single moms, I did say hi to Carleatha. Okay. And so, that was powerful in itself with Daniel sharing how it affected him. And a lot of people didn't know that, I was covering up a lot because I didn't want Daniel to get the blunt. Or how as mothers, we want our children, I guess, so to say, take the image. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was doing. But it was causing us to suffer. But God is good. He made us through, and they on the right track, right, Dan?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me tell you, he was moving after that. He still got some work to do. But he was moving after that. He did. He has put in a big effort. Yeah, he's squeezing my hand a little too tight. I mean, I got you, Mama. I'm not gonna let you go. Holding my hand, guys.
She held my hand first. Oh, don't do that. You held my hand first.
Yeah, but you squeeze it even tighter.
I'm gonna squeeze it. But you doing,
okay. I grabbed.
Express the gesture first.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you showing me how you gonna be squeezing with the young ladies.
Okay. See how she go. Gonna put it completely to a different. That's not even no. That's not even. We're not gonna talk about that right now. I'm not gonna answer any questions concerning that.
Okay. All right.
On this video. No.
Okay. All right. So anyway, our topic is still the head topic is still time is on your side, but we as we stated before. It's not meaning that you have time to waste. It's not that you sitting with the kickstand and you just chilling, but you getting things done. God's giving you time to He's redeeming your time.
You have a pressure on your head, on your shoulders. Oh, I get this done at this time. I gotta get this done before this happens. My health not gonna let me do this for too long.
Or it's people.
Yeah, people.
That's been the big thing, not your health. That's what, the people, the stress, the added stress from people. Is what caused high blood pressure. Well, you allowing it. We were allowing people to pressure us to do things that they weren't even doing. So, that's what caused my stress. That's what caused, my challenges is that I allowed situations to happen. I felt like I was racing against time. And when God said time was always on your side, I still want you to be like the turtle in the story, the turtle and the hare, that you still got time to get things done. So then when I looked around, I was the one with things undone. I was the one, my dreams were put on the back burner. I was the one that wasn't good, but everybody else was good. And so, God is saying, now you have time. And so I had to go back to the place, that altar, and find me again. And I found me again, and I'm doing me. and I look better. I feel better. You know, I still have, every morning I have my smoothie.
I got mine right here.
And so, you know, I take care of me. I do me. And when I start doing me, then I have time. Like, you know, I tell you that I have a schedule. I have time to do what else God wants me to do. Like, I'm doing this for you guys. You know, it's something that's my dream, is to help people. It always has been, to help people. And we also learned that, you know, Daniel shared that this is not his dream. Mm-hmm. And it's okay that this is not Daniel's dream. And so we learned, you know, in this past week also, we just recapping up to get you up to date. Before we go into what today's subject is that, you know, we learned that I found that this was not Daniel's dream. And my dream is not Daniel's dream, and his dream is not my dream. And it was time for me to push the eagle out and let Daniel explore him. Mm-hmm. And let Daniel find what he loves to do. And let Daniel do him. Even inside of being around mom, I have to let Daniel go. You know, if it's for Daniel to eventually move away or whatever. Hi,
Miss Veronica. How are you? How are you doing?
Daniel, this is my very good friend from high school. Veronica never met Daniel, but we were very close. As they say, 2 peas in the pod. That's good to see you. Thanks for joining in. And so, you know, but anyway, you know, in learning that, you know, I learned that Daniel, that was causing problems probably between Daniel and I, was that Daniel never wanted to do. He felt like obligated. Right, Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
That you felt, come on, talk back with me, feedback with me. Found out that Daniel didn't want to do what he thought he was compelled to do.
Yeah, I thought I was, you know, being forced to do something I didn't want to do, which is, you know, when you're a kid, you just do what your parents want you to do, regardless. But I felt like even when I'm grown, this is something I'm going to be forced to do. Mm-hmm. You know.
How Yolanda?
Hi, Miss Yolanda. How are you? Mm-hmm. Good morning. And that caused me to, you know, want to rebel. Mm-hmm. You know, and
that's the side that other people didn't see. Mm-hmm. I covered up. That Daniel was rebelling against me, so people seen me being tough. And they was like, "Ooh, call you tough," but I was being tough because you don't know that Daniel, because of him not having his father there, mm-hmm. he would cause, you know, friction. He would rebel, and so then, you know, as a mom, I would cover up, and I took the blunts of what people thought what was going on. When it was a lot of the time, it was Daniel. And so you seen, as a mom, of course, you're going to see me, the enforcer, having to do, but nobody knew what was going on behind the closed doors. And so it caused a delay in a lot of things getting done, and they didn't understand when you self-employed, you know, if you miss a customer, you don't get paid. So I lost business behind it. You know, there was a lot of times, you know, because Daniel didn't understand how to handle. I did not know my child. Every time I would ask him what was wrong, he never told me. So we learned that, you know, I'm telling you, you know, I learned how to communicate with my son, for him to break that wall, to be able to talk to me about what was going on in the innermost of him. Daniel would only tell me like the onion layer, you know, he never got to the core. He would only peel away so much because I guess he was protecting that manhood, you know. And it was some things that Daniel shielded me from that he had experienced with his father, or he heard. He was protecting me. So then, because he was holding all of that in, he didn't know how to handle it, so he retaliated towards me. And it caused me to suffer. And I was just like, oh my God, hi Katina.
Hi, Miss Kertrita.
Yeah, we went to school together. And so, you know, and in that, hi Deborah. I miss Deborah. And so, you know, Daniel, we learned that, you know, because Daniel didn't open up and share what was going on in the core of him. He held that in. So he rebelled against a lot that you all couldn't see. And so people thought, oh, you being mean. Ooh, but y'all just didn't know what was going on. And I was like, oh, for 18 years, I got to let this go. And I was just and it was through this show. So I'm so grateful God has given me this platform that Daniel started when we was realizing that time was on our side. And when I went back to the place where the pain started for me, that allowed Daniel to open up. And he began to realize, Miss Kenna, don't tell me that's your supposed to be the one that's your mentor, because I know two Kenneth Morris. Mr. Houston, the military man.
I hope that's not.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, but I hope it is him. Not that you don't hope it's not him. He didn't mean to say it like that.
I said, I wonder which one it is.
Okay. So anyway, it allowed Daniel. What was I saying prior to this? Speaking to Mr. Kennan. You know, well, anyway, it allowed Daniel to open up. It allowed him to feel free. That inner core that was holding back our relationship. Even though me and Daniel was close, he was my son. He loved me, but there was some times in our relationship, especially when it affected our finances. And I'm like, this is my business. You know, you got to work with me. You got to help me. You can't kick against. I can't miss clients. But there was times. I mean, just to give you an example, there was times that I would try to go pick up Daniel from school. This is an example. I would go try to pick up Daniel from school. My son nowhere to be found. He was found, but he was found with a friend of mine who was like a father figure to him. So Daniel was longing for that father figure, and me not knowing where Daniel was, I had clients waiting for me to deliver, let's just say food or do their hair. I missed because I couldn't find Daniel. I had to find out where he is, and you know, sometimes he wouldn't answer his phone or whatever, all because he was longing for that father. And so he wasn't doing anything bad. He just wasn't where I knew he should have been. He was safe, but he didn't let me know that. And so then when I went to go pick him up, and you know, I don't know if y'all know the Pearland, Sugarland area, every space is like 30 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes away. Ain't nothing around the corner pretty much. And so I lost. And so, you know, I couldn't understand, and it's many other scenarios, but it was just many other things that was going on I couldn't understand. And then Daniel began to open up with me. And that was, you know, emotional for me as a mother to know, now I know what was wrong. And I would always ask him what was wrong. And I would talk about that time, but he wouldn't go to the core of it. He would only go to the onion, the outer layer of the onion. He would never go to the inner core of the onion and tell me what was wrong until the other day. And that's why, you know, I felt, you know, the Holy Spirit led us that he needed to share that, because maybe there's some other single moms or single fathers are going through and not understanding you, because, you know, I didn't know Father's Day affected Daniel the way he told me it affected him. You know, I know how Mother's Day used to make me feel, not having my mother after she passed away. But I never knew how it really affected Daniel, because Daniel would just go, I'm all right, I'm fine. And all along he wasn't. And so I didn't know that. And so it wasn't until he broke and finally told me, you know, and so that was a relief. It was a major relief. And it's still a process. Hi, Melody. How are you doing? And so good morning. And so, you know, we just thank God for that. And we hope that this is helping and being an inspiration to you all as well as to us. You know, we walk in this hour. It's not that we're sharing our business, but we're here to help. This is what God gave me the platform to do. I didn't go through all that I've gone through and to let it and to have the testimony to share it. The Bible said we're overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. And so, you know, to see where we come from, to see to where we are now, and God works inside. Don't let people, you know, they want to see all that outer stuff first, because they probably don't want to deal with you. But remember what I said, God has showed me when one door closes, another one opens. Yeah. And so, you know, God wants to deal with the inner side first. He wants to get that inner man first, because if you don't get your inside done right, you're going to repeat that cycle again. And it's time out for cycles. It's time out for generational cycles, curses, and patterns. It's time out for that. Yep. It's time for you to be whole, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Amen. Not just, you know, this layered up, hurry up and get this done, hurry up and get this done. But you ain't dealt with what was going on in my mind. Everything I went through, it was causing trauma. You couldn't tell because the makeup on, hair fixed, clothes ironed up. You couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. And I was in denial. So you couldn't tell because I was masking it. So then when I was doing, when my life totally exploded in front of everybody, then people could see. Oh, but when I was seeing it before, nobody believed me. The body can only take so much. Why so many people are having heart attacks today? They're dropping because, especially in our black community, we're not talking, we're not sharing. It's that you're telling your business, all that hold it in. Don't hold nothing in. The same people that hurt you didn't care that they was hurting you. It's time to expose the enemy. That's all I got to tell you. Because your life matters. You matter. Celebrate you. Yeah. You matter. They didn't care when they was doing it to you. So why you worrying about how they gonna feel afterwards? They didn't care when they was hurting you. They didn't care that you take high blood pressure pills, you on Xanax, Prozac, and you stressed out. They don't even care if you in the ground. They don't care. Because as long as you cover it up for them, it's time out for that in the black community, that cover up stuff. It's time out because all black people are dying. We dropping too much. All because we won't talk. We won't tell what's going on. Communication has become like a stigma. Like, ooh, I can't talk. I can't share what's going on. Why are you holding that in? The heart can only take so much. Yeah. And it's that organ that people can't tell there's something wrong with you. And you're a walking zombie. I was. My pressure was so sky high. The emergency room doctor, people would, treat me like, in the medical field. But everybody else was like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you because you couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I knew that my ankles were swollen. I knew that I was always feeling fatigued. I hold mine all. Yeah. And it's time to let it go. That's why God giving me Melody, telling people, start writing in those journals. And then I'm going to write. If you order my book, I'm going to coach you through to start writing your book, to tell your story. And it's not you telling your business. I'm going to show you in a way that you telling it where it helps you and it helps other people. Mm-hmm. There's so many people. If you start, you know how it is, the begat thing. Mm-hmm. You start, like Daniel shared his story. It's going to cause other young men to stop suicide rates. We're trying to stop people from going to the prison system. Do you not know holding statistics? Going to the psych ward. Yeah, it's more young people in Jefferson County. I call it the little city out there. That prison system, that's on 69. That's a little city. Across the street is just prisons. When you go down that little side street, you know what street I'm talking about for 69? I passed through there with a friend of mine last year, and I was like, oh my Lord.
So many young people.
She said
she had an 11-year-old in there.
Yes. And I was like, and she taught at the school. That's how I ended up out there. And she taught at the prison. So she teaches at the prison system.
What's the name of that? What's that lady name?
Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers. Yeah,
Minnie Rogers facility. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, we gotta stop that. And statistics are proving that it's more single homes that end up like that. The devil's a lie. He don't get this one. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk. We're gonna share it, and we're gonna help other people stop this cycle of holding all of that pressure in, depression. And it's time out for this. Time for you to be free to live your life abundantly until it's full, where that cup is running over. You can help someone else. I can't help you if I'm all depressed and staying in the room in the bed, got the covers up to my head. How can I help you? Mm-hmm. I can't.
You can't.
I gotta take care of me first, and then I'm gonna help you. And stop worrying about what family members gonna say. I don't care. You didn't care when you was doing it to me. I'm helping me so I can help those who God want me to help. And who don't like it, you can leave. And that's my attitude is I'm going to do what God has called me and mandated me to do.
Regardless.
He didn't bless me to be an overcomer to keep it in. And that's what a lot of things we've been holding in those testimonies. God has blessed you and you're not sharing it. You telling all your business is not sharing what God has called you to do. I'm Miss Sheila.
I'm Miss Sheila, especially all the unnecessary business people don't need to know.
Yeah.
People don't need to know you shopping at Walmart today.
Unless you, like me, I'll go to Walmart and later on, I'm for my heart to show you what I'm using to help me. Because I don't want to, that's why Devine shares the links. Mm-hmm. That's why I call Devine Magazine and Talk Show. Because from my different pages, I share my life, how I'm where I'm at. Just like I tell you about my smoothies every day. It's no joke. Mm-hmm. It's vitamins, protein, fruits, vegetables, fibers, all in it. Everything you want to know, go to my Cooking with Carleatha page. Daniel will be posting that. He's about to post it right now. And you can see the plates that I eat every day. That plate from yesterday you'll see on there, that's Daniel's plate. That wasn't my big plate, okay? But anyway, you know, but I got to share how I got here. Because somebody is where I was 4 months ago. Somebody is there and saying, how do I help me? And people letting them fall through the cracks saying, oh, they're going to be all right. Just pray for them. But prayer without some action, what is that? You got your hands closed in. You ain't helping people. What? You give them $20 or $30. That's not going to help them. You're not helping them where they can be fishermen for life. If you give them that, show them what to do. Because they don't know. You don't realize. You know, I thank God for my Granny Pumpkin. You know, a lot she didn't realize what she was doing. She was taking that pressure off. My head would be so tight. And it wasn't a headache. It wasn't something that a pain pill could take away. It was stress, being overwhelmed, trying to decide. You know, she was telling me things that I needed for Daniel for college. Now, I done been to college. I forgot all that they got to take a test. You know, I forgot that he got to before he does the registration or whatever. It's a lot of things, little small things that people take for granted, that people think that you should know. No, what is God calling you to do for someone? To lift that burden off of them. The Bible says we are each other's burden bearer. And little things means a lot to somebody who's gone through. It takes a lot to recover. And just giving money is not going to help recover somebody. Man, they need you more than you realize. Because that trauma that didn't happen on the brain. You know, rejection, abandonment. Oh my God, that plays trauma. I don't care what nobody say. People say, oh, get over it. Okay, you walk through it. And I want to see how fast you get over it. You're not. Because that inner man is damaged. That inner man has to be healed. And we got so many people broken. They covered up and broken inside. Just broken. Just mangled up. And crying out for help. Hi, Teresita. And so, you know, good morning. And so, you know, God is saying it's time to deal with the mind, body, soul, and spirit. And people do not want to talk about the soul. You hear people that talk about mind, body, and spirit. But the soul, the emotion, have you found out why that person have attitudes? Have you found out why, you know, they're quiet, they're shut in? Or have you found out why they react to certain things and you like, what's wrong? Because they haven't dealt with that soul, what them emotions are. You know, everybody responds differently to different things. It's like my mom's death. My mom's death has affected me in ways that I didn't realize. And some people didn't understand. To this day, I've never been back to my mama's grave. I can't go there. That's not where she is. I don't want to remember her from a grave. I don't want. My mom been dead 30 years, Daniel?
Yes,
right? Yes, 31 years she's been deceased.
Yeah, 31.
To this day, I've never been back to her grave. Mm-hmm. And my family understand, but it was different. I never forget that one of my clients told me, you ain't never been back to your mama's grave. She's not there. I don't want to remember her. You don't know what it was like to lose your mother the last day of your 11th grade year. You don't know what that's like. My mama never seen graduation. She didn't see me get dressed for prom. Everything that girls take for granted, that your mom is there helping you pick that prom dress out, helping you, you know, even to fix your hair, to frill your dress. My mama couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. She wasn't there. So for my prom, I faked it for my family. You know, back then, graduation, all that family came from all over. And I had an entourage of people. I faked the whole thing for everybody. But inside, I was broken. Hi, Miss Brenda. Good morning.
How are you?
I was broken inside because my mom, the queen of my heart, what you mean she couldn't see me walk? How I'm going to, you know, what's she going to tell me about having a baby? You know, hi, Rolanda, how are you? How was she going to tell me? How was I going to learn this about, you know, it was like, Lord, what am I going to do without my mom? I mean, I can't go shopping with her when I have problems. Who am I going to talk to? Nobody's going to talk to me like my mom was. That's how I felt. God sent an entourage of women in my life, but it was like all those women was my mom wrapped into this one person. But it was not the same not having my mom there. So a lot of things I had to learn on my own. My grandmother was older. She taught me a lot. But it was a lot of things that she couldn't teach me, because when I was getting ready to experience the greatest milestone in my life and other milestones, is nobody stick with you like how your mom sticks with you. Mm-hmm. I had to deal with that by myself. My grandmother had other grandchildren. She had other children. She had children. She won't spend time with me, just me by myself all the time. She couldn't. She had others. But my mom could. And so a lot of people couldn't, some people couldn't understand that. And then some people could. But nobody really knows how that affected me. I wasn't raised with my dad. Mm-hmm. You know, read my book, I'm the Product of an Affair. I wasn't raised with my dad. So, you know, I just thank God for, you know, I thank God for the opportunity, the platform he's given us to help people, to help to share that, letting us know the time is on our side. All of the things I've gone through to help other people. Because somebody's right where I'm at. Somebody's still stuck on the fact that their mom died and their anchor's not there. They're wrong. But I'm here to show you can overcome. Mm-hmm. I'm walking it out right before you. It's not no sugarcoat. So, you know, what Daniel's going through, he's letting you know, we're not sharing our business. We're helping. Yeah. We're helping. Mm-hmm. And it is so many people telling us you are such an inspiration. And I thank God for that.
Yeah, that means the world.
That means the world. You know, keep doing what God told us to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, you know, what I come to learn, and, you know, is going in today, is that, you know, as you rise from out of your ashes, be careful. Mm-hmm. Be careful of how people will treat you or see you as still the paraplegic. You mm-hmm. notice that the paraplegic friends of the paraplegic brought him there. They left him in the foot of Jesus, at the foot of Jesus. They were not the ones who got him up. He got up on his own. But I'm quite sure when he left out that door, there was other people to meet him, to help him to the next level. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't go where you're going. Exactly. Everybody not going to treat you the same, because they still want to see you. It's amazing how people want to help you get up, but then once you up to a certain level, I guess because they didn't get the glory, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
They still want to treat you like you
common, or I don't know.
Common, like you're beneath them, or mm-hmm. I don't know.
And so you have to be careful with I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm just saying that you have to just be careful that because it'll mess with you to stay back where you once were. Mm-hmm. And God is saying now it's time to go to the next level, and you can't hold back yourself, because it's the change of the guard. Because as you go up, you're going to shed some people. You're going to lose some folks. And they were there on that. And what I'm learning is, you know, I still love them and embrace them. To still love and embrace people, but to move on to the next level. Mm-hmm. And if those who coming with you, they coming with you. Those who not coming with you, they're not meant. And there's no holding no hard feelings or nothing mm-hmm. like that. You got to go to where God has called you to go. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep going, even though you have some kind of adversary or whatever. Just like John Gray, you know, he was speaking on that when God called him for the church. Or he started getting on OWN. You know, he said, boy, he got on OWN. That's when people really changed with him. Mm-hmm. He said OWN changed a lot of people. Having his own show changed people with him. And he was just like, why? You know, he couldn't understand. He said it hurt. And then I told Dad, he ain't seeing them right now, but I'm quite sure getting that church was really going to put a lot of people, you know, a lot of his
own church, and he's still able to speak in Lakewood.
Yeah, he's still speaking at Lakewood for I don't know how long, but on Wednesday nights. And so, you know, you got to like keep in the process. What I'm trying to say is keep moving, even though you going to you know, I know it's going to hurt you or you're going to feel some type of way, but just stay focused and don't mistreat people in the process. Just stay focused and keep going like the turtle. You know, you're going to have like the hairs that come in, you know, they act like they passing you up or whatever. Or they you know.
They're better than you.
Yeah.
You know.
Or people just change with you. I don't know, you know, granted people fucking say people just change. And so you just keep doing, stay true to you. Mm-hmm. Stay true to who God has called you to be. Don't change. Change not. Stay the path. And those who are gonna fall off, let them fall off. Those who are gonna stay with you, gonna stay with you. But stay humble, stay the path, stay doing and watch, you know, the tricks of the enemy. Because some people gonna try to set you up to fail. Just keep your eyes open. That's all I'm just saying is, as you being that turtle and you staying focused, keep your eyes open.
Stay alert.
Stay alert. Stay alert. Know who in your corner. Know who in your circle. Know who on your front row. Because, you know, you're not supposed to stay the same. Mm-mm. You know, and remember, it's gonna be an inner man. That inner man gonna start showing. Yeah. That inner man, when God fixes you on the inside, and whatever work He's done on that inside,
a lot of people overlook. You know, when they say what they're saying, it's a famous phrase people use. You know, when they came up, or you know, I guess it's what they use to say that they're humble or whatever. But they remember where they came from. Mm-hmm. They say, I'm the same now as I was back then. I'm the same person now as I was back then.
So So
I'm saying, you don't realize what you're saying. If you're the same covers all. You're saying you're the same person you were back then. It means you didn't grow at all. Mm. You know, you can have all that money and everything, but them old ways you used to have, you basically just said you still have them. Mm-hmm. You just said, I'm the same person I was back then. I'm the same person I am now as I was back then.
So you didn't grow and you stayed local.
So really, you still have all the same characteristics, all the same, you know, the same ways, negative or positive. You just live in a bigger house. You drive better cars. You know, you have more money in your bank account, but you're still the same person. Mm-hmm. You didn't grow internally. You grow externally.
You grew. Mm-hmm.
Internally, you're the same person, but now you just have a lot of outside stuff. You know, to show that you're in a different place, but you're still the same person. You know, you still hang around the same people. You know, you still doing the things you did back then 20 years ago. You still doing them now. That's
your circle hasn't increased.
Your circle hasn't, yeah.
It's still the same people.
And that's another thing I want people to understand. You can still come up hanging around those same people. You just now have some other people in your corner now
that have enlarged your territory.
Have enlarged territory.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you gotta watch out for those old people, because some of them old people keeping you back from going even further than where you are today. Adrian. Hi, Miss Adrian. And you gotta watch out for that. You know, you could be farther than where you are. Your name could be greater than where you are. You wouldn't get in as many situations. You wouldn't get into situations you still get into like you did 20 years ago, because you got them same old people around. See, you can still have success with that. Hi, Miss Sonia. You can still have success with that.
Hi, Miss Linda.
You're just not really, you just put a limit on where you can go. Mm-hmm. So on so far you can go, still having those old people around. Mm-hmm.
You carrying that.
Now what I'm saying, don't forget about them, but I'm saying don't have them in your inner circle.
Those who not helping you to grow.
Yeah.
Because really, some of your old people gonna help you to grow. Yeah. If they're not helping you to grow,
like dead weight, they ain't really doing nothing for themselves. Like what I'm saying. Some people who have those same friends in their corner today. Kevin Hart, he still got them same friends, but his friends
are helping him.
They work. His friends working with him. They want to be great. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you get that little tension with your friend, like, hey man.
But he have new friends too.
Yeah, but he got new friends too.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Thank you, Aaliyah. Oh, that's Elijah.
Yeah. So, you just have to make sure you know that those people are good for you or not. Mm-hmm. If not, you gotta cut them off. You get your scissors, cut them off.
Have our Pastor Brett used to say, have a friend-sectomy.
Have a snipping party. A snipping party.
Yeah. Know who to hold and know who to fold. Yeah. It's time to, some people you gotta let them go, put them on the shelf.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt, maybe, but you rather keep those people where they are than later on them sabotage your whole career.
Yeah, because sometimes the people that are familiar with you will, because they are so common with you.
Other people gonna familiar that person, gonna associate that person with you. And then when that person gonna go out and do something crazy, you gonna be like, hey, ain't that such and such friend?
Yeah, but
they all come back to you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful as you're going up. You gotta use that wisdom. That's why you gotta seek ye first the kingdom of God and all His righteousness. All these things be added to you. That wisdom. Mm-hmm. So know who to have with you as you're going up, because some people gonna hold you back. They'll sabotage your future, and then you like, oh my Lord, you don't know who was in the audience watching you.
Yeah.
And because
that
you
could have been a big business deal for you.
And it could be one person that you think. Yeah. It's not always in the crowd. Sometimes it's don't allow people things to hinder us. Yes. And sometimes I had a dream this morning. That's why we kind of on this. But sometimes you gotta be careful of people who have known you from your childhood. Little Carleatha or whatever, they mean well. They may probably mean well, but because they are local, they're not going to accept you for where you're going, because they remember the little person. Yeah. And so they want you to stay.
Little Daniel from around the way.
Yeah, they want you to stay.
I ain't little Daniel from around the way anymore.
Yeah.
I'm Daniel Hardin, whoever, I'm using me as an example, whoever you are. And so
they will hinder you not realizing who was in your audience. But because they want to still familiarize you with the little Sunday school program girl, and now you the platform person, they still want to treat you like just throw, I'm gonna say not working in a spirit of excellence, just throw you anything.
Yeah.
And now you on the level now that God said your doors are opening. Remember that we're talking about time is on your side. It's time for you to get where you need to be, because your doors are opening. Mm-hmm. Opportunity is there for you. You don't know who's in your audience, and so that's why I got my seasoning. If I'm telling you, order my seasoning. Mm-hmm. This is what helped me. I don't know who in the audience. I got my book ready. So when God said your door opening, you see what I'm saying? And so people still remember me from the one I used to write the plays at church when I was in junior high and high school. Yes, I wrote those plays, but I'm beyond that. But they still want to treat me as maybe like the person who wrote the plays, and the person that used to be, read the Sunday school lesson or whatever. I can still read Sunday school lesson, but I'm like on a different level. You see what I'm saying? And so you gotta let people that don't want to grow or allow you to grow, grow with you or allow you to grow, you gotta let them go, because they're gonna hold you back. As much as you love them, they still want to keep you little Carleatha, and little Carleatha's a grown woman and experienced life. I can't do what I used to do, so I'm not the same. So I'm still Carleatha. That's my name, but I've grown. So people that don't want to grow with you, you know, the grow up plan, as Gerber was saying, let them go, because they're gonna hold you back. And it's time for you to explore the world. You know, it's time for you to live out your wildest dreams. It's time for you to step into what you have been called to. Your destiny is forward. It's not backwards. It's forward. So if they're not wanting to grow with you, you gotta let them go. And I know it's gonna hurt to let some people go.
It's gonna hurt.
But you're gonna have to do it if you want what God has for you. And so, you know, go ahead. If you guys are gonna wrap it up, we don't want to keep people on.
Wrap this up right now. But yeah, basically just know, okay, you have to know which people are good for your future and which people you got to keep in your past. Yeah.
If they don't want to see you for who you grown into, that's your indicators right there.
The past, not the bad past, what I'm trying to say. The bad past will keep you last.
Ooh, that's powerful there.
Now, what I say by that is either you're going to be, you know, you might get up there, you know, #1 Billboard, you know, artist, song, or whatever. But then you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. After that, nobody hear from you again. Everything you put out after that point is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people hate on Drake. You know, they hate on Drake because he got people around in his corner. Somehow, this man got people in his corner that constantly, you know, that they are good for his future. Because this man has been in the game 10 years. And every year, this man ends up #1.
Wow.
He stays relevant.
There's nothing, you gotta stay relevant.
Exactly. He stays consistent. His stuff is in order. You know, he knows the strategy. He knows how to play the game. That's nothing. You can't have people around you that don't know good strategies.
Today's strategy.
What worked
2018.
What worked 20 years ago don't work today. You know,
it may not work.
It may not work. Some things will work. Some things it may come back. But you know them things y'all used to do 20, 30, 40 years ago. Y'all know some of the things that ain't gonna work in today's time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't, unless you are Amish, there's pretty much nothing you can do without a cell phone, without some piece of technology in your life. Because that's what the world has come to now. It's ran by technology. We're technology pushed.
Yeah.
So if you like, I still want to use my pager. I still
the rotary phone.
Yeah, the rotary phone, and you know, I don't want no cell phone. I don't want no internet. I don't want no cable. That new cable TV they got right now. How are you gonna survive? You know, living underneath a rock. How are you gonna survive? Mm-hmm. Because, you know, marketing, advertising, all this other stuff, is technology pushed. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's an example of you know, what you have to use in today's time. What you to be successful. You gotta have the right people. You gotta have the right tools. You gotta have the right.
You gotta stay relevant.
You gotta stay relevant. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay on top of your stuff.
Yeah, you gotta stay relevant.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't I got this $10 million. I can just chill for you know 5. See, a lot of areas in today's time, that stuff don't work. The people will forget about you quick. Because it's always gonna be somebody else,
something new,
somebody else on the come up.
Everybody looking for the next new thing, next new thing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're gonna continue tomorrow. Yep. We love you guys. Very good segment. Very good segment today. Mm-hmm. For those of you who wondering if I'm still doing her, yes. Then you gonna put that link in.
Very much doing that.
For sure. But anyway, we want you to order my season. You know, this is if you check out my recipes and different meals that I cook to show you. You know, it's just changing. Hi, Susan. It's just changing the way you approach food. You know, we wanted to get where where healthiness is a lifestyle. It's not something that is just temporary. It's not something that you have to do because your heart tells you to do, or your whatever your ailments are. But make it a lifestyle and make it fun, because being healthy doesn't have to be boring. And that's what my whole platform about on the cooking side of me is, that making cooking fun, making it where your children want to enjoy. They want, so that's when the cookbook is coming out for that. I'm gonna be putting it together, and then and those who want me to be your writing coach, so you can get to writing and letting out those things that's been holding you back and the pressures. You want me to be your writing coach? Order the book, because my book is gonna be your guide. That's why I tell you to order the book. It's not just for me just to sell the book. When I wrote the book, I knew it was a journal, so it's an actual book. It's an actual book.
Actual book.
You see? And then, hold it down. I have, after each chapter, there's a journal.
There's questions.
Journal questions. Can you see that?
Spaces for
you to write. So it jaws you back, because I'll ask you the question. Let me just go to one chapter so you can understand what I'm saying. And just to give you a quickness. And it says, have you ever come to that place where you are comfortable in your own skin and confident in yourself and who you are? Somehow, I have come to the knowledge and understand that I was put on this great earth to shine as one of God's leading stars. To ask me how I have arrived to this enlightening moment, it was God. It was when God told Abraham that he would multiply his seed as the stars in heaven. I have realized that through great thought and education, that there are just some things I must endure for the cross. And I go on to talk about, things, and I take you back on a journey. And that's when I go into the reflection. So you can I'm just giving you little how I wrote my book. Not saying that's how you writing yours. My book is just a guide. Synopsis. Yes. And so, hold on. That wasn't it. Hold on, y'all. My pages are sticking together here. Flashback reflection. And so I take you back when I ask those questions. I tell you about where I'm at. Then I take you back on the things that I went through, that I had to go through for me to get to that point. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So I bring you forward, then I bring you backwards to let you know I went through this so I can relate to you. So that now you see why I'm sitting here in this chair. And why I'm overcome by the blood, lamb, the words of my testimony. Then I'm asking you the question, and that's in the journal question. Have you had something relatable to what I've gone through? And you're expressing that. That's your journal. So the book is a journal. And then in the back of the book, I have notes if you want to expound upon it. I took the time to put, for each chapter, to put some notes.
Yep.
For you to write. That's to help jar you. Okay, take you back on that journey. It's like having a therapist in the book. You understand what I'm saying? It's like having me in front of you when you're in your bedroom or in your prayer closet, your quiet time. You having a therapist to help walk you through what you've gone through, so you can write your book, to express yourself. So that's the purpose of my book.
Yeah, however it makes you feel, whatever is coming across your mind as you're reading the book, write it down. And that's what my book is, a guide to help you. And I every day I'm gonna try to as the spirit time leads us to tell you more about the book, so you can understand that my book is a guide. Because I think a lot of people don't understand that it's an actual book, but I'm taking you on that journey with me to help you be able to write your book. You see what I'm saying? So then you got somebody who you can relate to, and then you can tell your side. Then when you put the pieces of the puzzle together, that's your book. And all you're going to do when you start writing your book, you're going to expand. And I'm going to show you all the steps that you need. But you have to purchase the book, because I can't teach you from the book. You got to purchase the book. Okay? So we love you. This has been Daniel and Carleatha for another segment of Hi Berlin. Hi cousin Berlin. How you doing?
And so with Devine Magazine and Talk Show. Celebrate your life. Yeah. Celebrate your life.
Knowing that time is on your side.
Yeah. So we love you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great and fantastic day. Stay dry. Okay? We love you.
Please stay dry.